The 10th of Av, redemption. He led me back to the ruins of the ancient house in which we had read aloud from the book of Lamentations. We sat down. He reached into his pocket, pulled out a coin, and gave it to me. It was dark and worn, with the image of what appeared to be 3 towers enclosed by an ornamental circle. Did that come from this place? I asked. No, said the teacher. Far from this place. It's a coin from the Spanish Empire. Coins that altered history and fulfilled the ancient mystery. It was here, he said, that I shared with you the day of calamity in Jewish history, the 9th of Av. He set the coin down on the stone. Centuries ago, the land of Spain constituted one of the greatest of refuges for the Jewish people had ever known. But in the late 15th century, it all ended as the Spanish monarchs gave the Jews until August 2nd to flee the land or be killed. August 2nd was the 9th of Av, the Hebrew date on which the calamities had befallen the Jewish people through the ages. On that day, the Spanish harbors were filled with the ships carrying the Jews through the ages. On that day, fleeing their lives. But there's more to the story. 3 of the ships waiting to sail from the harbor of Spain had a different purpose. The year was 1492. Christopher Columbus. 2 momentous events in world history taking place in the same year, the same land, the same week, the same harbors happening one day apart. Why? I asked. What would come from the journey of those 3 ships? The discovery of America. Yes, said the teacher. So in the midst of the calamity of 1492, when the Jewish people lost their greatest land of refuge, God was working through those same days for redemption. On the very day after the calamity, on the 10th of Av, the very same land and harbors, the 3 other ships would set sail to discover the new world. America would become the greatest refuge the Jewish people would ever know outside of Israel. So every child of God's kingdom has had this promise. He will turn every sorrow into joy, work every calamity into redemption. And even in the midst of calamity, the seeds of redemption will already be there, a redemption that begins in the 10th of Av. The mission. Remember the 10th of Av times of your life, how God turned your sorrows into blessing. And know that for every 9th of Av in your life, God will always give you a 10th. Psalm 126, Jeremiah 31, 1-16, Joel 2:25, and Revelation 7, 16-17.